Okay, now we've got taken the board out, and what you can see here in front of you are the main components of the daughterboard contained in the AST computer. Now, AST computer developed two main boards in the daughterboard configuration, one which is this one for the 386 and another one which is for the 486. Before anybody leaves a comment and say, it was more than just two, I know it was more than just two. What I'm saying is that there is a 386 configuration, like this one, and there's also a 486 configuration, which I will show you later. And I'll also show you a 386 16 MHz version of this board, which in this case here you can see the chip is actually stuck into a PGA slot or a pin grid array slot, like this one here beside it. That, by the way, is for the WearTech processor, just in case you were wondering. The 16 MHz version of this chip is actually soldered to the board, a bit like these chips here. Not the 387 there to the left of your screen, but the two ones on the right hand side there. As you can see, they're actually surface mounted. So I do have a 386 16 from AST that has a surface mounted 16 MHz chip, which I will show you later. As I said, now this particular PGA socket here, if you're interested in computers, was for the WearTech coprocessor, which is a fairly expensive coprocessor. This particular slot here contains the 387DX processor, which will run from 16 MHz up to a total of 33. Now, 33 was the standard cutoff for most Intel processors. Intel didn't really continue the architecture past 33 MHz. However, the main competitor to the Intel processor at the time, along with a few other people, decided that we make a 40 MHz. So you will find the odd computer with an AMD DXL 40 MHz 386 computer. Now again, I'm going to show you that at a later stage, but this is the first video on YouTube I've put up, so let's start with the basics. Okay, now let's move along here to the right. Ooh, it's getting exciting. Ooh, look at all that lovely green. Now what we have here are four little thingamajigs. And if you don't know what a thingamajig is, well then find out. Come back. Okay, these four thingamajigs are actually 4 sticks of SIMM RAM. Now, SIMM is Single Inline Memory Module. Now, it's unique to AST because of what? Give you a second to guess. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, thumbs up. The reason why it's unique to AST is because it has 60 pins. That's 60. Not 72 as you might find on most SIMMs. These have only 60. And as I found out recently, so did the Apple Macintosh at one stage. I'd like to try the Apple Macintosh RAM on it, but I don't know. I think the pins are configured slightly different. As a result, of course, this computer only contains 4 megs of RAM. I'd love to put 8 into it, but I can't find 2 meg SIMM modules anywhere. If anybody has any, please let me know. I wouldn't mind buying them from you. Okay, that's enough of that. I hope you've been entertained enough so far. I'm going to go on to the next step, bring back the computer. We'll have another quick look through the actual board itself and investigate a little bit further what we have in the computer itself. So just give me one tick and I'll be right back.